But unfortunately, there's a lot of things that have it has just gone into another thing altogether, which we are not very comfortable with. Oh my goodness, there was an issue. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Please go ahead.
Well, I need to see myself. I don't know. I can't see myself. Okay, this my connection is having some issue here. Okay,
Would you like to reconnect?
I think I don't mind. I don't because I can't see myself. I need to see my. Okay, wait.
Okay, why don't you reconnect Vicar? Reconnect so you can see yourself like you were before.
Okay, okay. It is very loud and clear now. Very okay now. Very okay now. Okay, so as I was saying, the protest is something that is a welcome development. When we talk about peaceful protest, it's a very welcome development. According to Section 40 of the Nigerian Constitution, give approval for the right of the citizen to protest whenever there is any mishappening with the government. But it's just that unfortunately, based on the information reaching us, we are not very happy with some development in some area. Based on the record available to me, I don't know if you guys have the same record. Let me read according to the statistics one of my reporters sent to me. If that is anything to go by, it's not a very good one. He gave me this statistics and said that the end back government protests, they won. They have recorded about death toll of 21 people, injury 175, number of people arrested 1,154. Then 3, curfew declared in Yobe, Maiduguri, and Kano. 4, states with cases of violence: Abuja 1, Adamawa, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Cross River, Gombe, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Lagos, Osun, Niger, Rivers, Zamfara, Borno, Yobe. These are the 17 states so far that have recorded some violence, according to my reporter. Number 5, states where peaceful protests were recorded is Plateau, Taraba, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Benue, Nasarawa, Abia, Ogun. The number 6, approximately what of goods lost so far, according to the statistics, if it is anything to go by, is about 6 billion naira. And we now pray, may God help Nigeria. Now, talking about the protest is something that is a civil right of every Nigeria, every citizen of every country. But I don't know, each time anything comes to Nigeria, it will be turned to another thing. Democracy came to Nigeria, it became a tool to bring the people down, to enrich themselves. The public servants do no longer wish to give their services to the public. They decided to serve themselves. And that is what is orchestrating the protest. Let me not go too far, since it is just an introductory part of it. If you ask me more questions, I'll give you my opinion. Thank you.
Let's look at it critically now. These are some of the speculation that we might say the reports in which you get from Nigeria here. But you know how it is when it's in Nigeria, people blow things out of proportion. Do you think this protest yesterday, 9/2, that be holding from 1st to 10th is the way forward to get the government to come into what individuals, Nigerians want, better cost of living and all of that, to reduce high cost of living and all of that? Do you think this is the way forward? And efforts of the government, do you think it is enough or it's a step in the right direction?
In a society, in a country where rule of law prevails, in a same country where people have value for the people, protest is one of the ways. It's the major way to call the government to order, to call them into doing the right thing. I made a very short post when I just take a great crude evaluation of what the Africans are going through, but especially Nigeria. I discovered that letter P is the problem. Letter P is also the solution. What do I mean? Because of letter P, prosperity the peace, the politician decide to trample upon the peace, the people, to get peace, prosperity. In a way, we also have the peace, the priest, whether Juju priest, imam, or whosoever, they all also join them to get to prosperity. In a way to achieve this, they have to stumble upon the peace, the people, to climb to make friend with the peace, prosperity. Now, and for the peace not to come after them, the politician, they decided to use another peace, the police, to protect themselves, to keep on eating the peace, the prosperity that is meant for the people. And by so doing, the peace are the one dealing with the peace, the people, the politician dealing with the people. And for the people to climb to come to see they can get themselves free, they also need peace, the protest. Unfortunately, some get the protest by using P, the protest, or P, the other one that said tie, peso. These are the way people are looking to survive. Now, that is what is happening. They need the protest to get the peace out of the way, to get their way into prosperity. But unfortunately, Nigeria is
quite some very topical points you're raising there. But I need to ask you something. This is the second day of the protest, and I'm sure you have followed the trajectory so far.
Yeah.
Would you say, quite frankly, that the protest is already, at this point, achieving the purpose for which it was started in the first instance?
Some areas is achieving its set goals. Some area, like I saw a video in Ojota when the protesters were confronted by the police. And one of the protesters addressed the police. Some area, I'm so glad the way it's going, but some major areas, like the places I mentioned, is very, very disheartening that it's going that way. I'm not comfortable by the looting we have seen in Plateau, Taraba, the looting we have seen in Abuja, Adamawa, Bauchi, Bayelsa. We are not very happy with those areas. The protesters, I don't know. That's why I say, whenever anything comes to Nigeria, it's going to be turned to another thing. When politics come to Nigeria, it's become another thing. Now protests have come to Nigeria. They have turned into riot. They have turned into looting avenue. I'm not happy, and no normal human being will be happy with that particular looting. But unfortunately, the looting started from the politicians. They have always been looting. So these guys see this opportunity, our protest, to also loot. So like looting versus looting in different level. That is what is happening. Thank you. Should I fire on?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm not comfortable that the people are turning the protest into looting avenue. So I also said it because of their fathers who are the head. When the head is rotten, you don't expect otherwise from the followers. The looting is in the government. You can see a governor recently. You know, there's something so many people are saying. This government is just 1 year old. They shouldn't expect a magic. Are you kidding me? A government of 1 year old. Who brought the government that destroyed the economy that this 1 year old took over from? Who brought that man? He said it. I single-handedly made Buhari what he is. A man that contested 4 times until the president came and helped him and put him into power. So it is continuation of what he started in another dimension, using different names. So in other words, this present government has been in power through Buhari, and they finished and there with the people. Now he has continued. So telling us it's a 1 year old government is deception. We disagree. He has been there.
Mr. Vicar, let me just interject a bit. Looking at this particular administration, you will agree with me that these are some of the things that was already there. You just came into power and you're trying as much as possible to put things in order. Let us look at the effort of this present administration. Let's talk about it a little bit. I'm talking about the 50,000 naira stipends given to the Nigerian youths of Niger Delta, talking about the removal of tax of imported goods, the renewed hope agenda. At least government, this particular administration, is making efforts in order to douse the situation when it comes to hunger in the land. Don't you think they should be given a little bit of kudos for what they're doing?
If any government that just started, that just like as you said, need to be given a little live longer, but the movement, the angle this government is going doesn't show they have any good plan for the people. How do I mean? A government that started by removing the subsidy without getting any committee discussing with anybody. You are just coming to accept the office you won. You just started removing the subsidy. No consultation, no modalities was put in place to cushion the effect of the removal. That is when you know someone who is ready to succeed or fail. That's one. You started by giving, look at your budget. The budget favors only the elite, the political elite. You saw how they were able to, they just renovated the vice president apartment with how much? About 15 billion. A government that is just 1 year, why are you renovating such an apartment? What do you need it for? You just went and bought a yacht for yourself. A government that is just 1 year. Tell me how such government is thinking toward the people. As we're still talking, you procured a private jet for yourself. The same government. Then you are only 1 year. Only 1 year. Now, I just heard over the news that the first lady, just made a donation of $100 million or whatever in Sierra Leone to build hospital. Meanwhile, when the hospital we have in Nigeria is having problem, they will go to UK to treat themselves. Those money will be given to another country to build themselves. So tell me a government that is doing this kind of thing, that you tell us this 1 year, people will accept you. It's 1 year, but you can procure your private jet in 1 year. Procure yacht in 1 year. We're able to, and they're not talking about the stipend of the people. It's becoming so difficult for you to approve how much is a bag of rice, how much is a bag of gari. The salary of someone is just a bag of gari.
Like to say that this was for these points that you have made with us on the program today. I know it's still pretty early in the morning where you are, but here's wishing you the best of this Friday ahead.
Thank you.
You guys are discharging me because I'm hitting your government. No problem. No problem. Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Civil society practitioner. If we have Aaron's free, we can get him on now. Aaron's free, thank you for joining us on this special coverage of this hunger protest today. Okay, we'll get the hands-free back on as soon as we reconnect with him. But Juma, I was just looking at a few things a while ago. Yeah. How that this protest is a bit different from the NSAS that we saw the other time. In terms of looking at the number of celebrities who have thrown their weight behind this. Then you will see someone like Macaroni. I mean, Mr. Macaroni, for example, exactly. Fowles. You see quite a number of them, maybe even Idris Abdulkarim and so on and so forth.
Very true.
We have not seen many people like Nigeria Federal too, talking about Charles Okusa. All right, we will see all of them, Charlie Boy, dumping in and then from their own different corners. We haven't seen much of that lately. Maybe we haven't seen any of it even. Who knows?
Wonderful people. I am live on a global television in Abuja. Those of you who are joining me, sorry, I didn't give me enough time to set up my studio so that I can just give them woto. I'll give them woto. They invited me to come and speak on the protests in global television. Meanwhile, that's the lab. So I started hitting them. That they told me, they just said that we should stop the interview. How can you tell me that this government is planning well for the people? It's just a 1 year old government. A 1 year old government, you came and used 15 billion to renovate the residential house of vice president. Ordinary to buy tire in the government house, they spent about 200 something million. One car to buy tire in the presidential Asarok. Then when they say approve some money for the public, it become a difficult. But under 1 day, under 24 hours, you approve what do you call it? what do you call this thing? The national anthem that has no benefit for the people. Can somebody tell me what the national anthem will be benefiting the people? That is what I'm telling them. That's I should go. Let me go. They don't want to hear the truth. A government that is 1 year old, the same government brought the one government they're accusing that the Tinubu met a rotten government. Tinubu met, I heard Wike was saying it the other day, Tinubu met a very bad government. Who brought the government that Tinubu met? Is it not the same Tinubu that brought the same government? No, you guys don't want to hear the truth. And we must say it. Highest, you come for the arrest. We don't care. Highest, you come for arrest. Who brought the same government that messed up the situation that you say you find yourself in? Is it not you, the same Emiloko? You say you single-handedly made Buhari what he is. Who brought that government? That's what I'm asking. Now, 1 year old, you have been there from the behind. You say it is your turn. It is your turn. You are saying we should give you 1 year. Under 1 year, you buy yachts for your presidential yacht. Under 1 year, you bought private jet. Under 1 year, you renovated the first president 15 billion a house. Under 1 year, that you say you are able to approve 160 million naira for SUV for the lawmakers. Then ordinary to approve 250,000 naira for the workers is too high. You cannot afford to pay it. The 70,000 naira he just approved, the governor said they cannot afford it. The 70,000 naira they just approved, the governor said it is too much for them to pay. How much is a senator going home with? Ordinary House of Rep goes home with 18.3 million naira every month. This is the one they already have written down. 18.5 almost. Almost 18.5 on a senator. You guys know it. They have their senator newspaper allowance, but they don't read any newspaper. Because if they read, they will hear the cry of people from the newspaper. But they take money for newspaper. How much newspaper will they buy? Are they buying a newspaper company that they should have up to 3.40 million, 2.40 million for an ordinary newspaper? All this money they calculated. They pay them for their house, pay for their furniture. Here in America, a senator pay for their houses. You guys saw the other day. What's his name? That was 2 years ago. Is it last year, 2 years ago? What's his name? The Pelosi. An assassin went to their house to go and deal with the husband, and the man has been standing trial. So if the police, the guys, our politician, if it is Nigeria, who will even have access to the house of Senate? You will see all the machine gun armories will be protecting them. But an individual just went in there to attack the woman, the man, because they are living normally in their own neighborhood like any other human being. The money they spend in protecting themselves, how much? If you know the amount they spend, billions of money, naira they are spending to fight against the protests. You now know Nigeria know what they are doing. The leaders, they know what they're doing. Yeah, you can spend some billions of naira to tell the people not to protest, but to spend that money to give to the people so that they will not even think of protesting is very difficult for you. Look at what is happening in Lagos. They just saw one woman that is protesting in Lagos. They came after her and said, Omo Igbo. They didn't know that it is their sister, Yoruba. That is the kind of country we find ourselves. They called me for an interview and I started hitting them. You say it's 1 year old government, but 1 year you bought a private jet for yourself. They don't want the station to be sanctioned. They remove me. They should get out. People will not say the truth. People should protest. My only pain is that those of you going into violence, but through the protest, it is wrong. Do your normal protest, peaceful protest. I saw a video at Ojota, whatever. The protesters addressed the military men and the policemen. Say, remember, we are doing it for you people. You come and buy the people in the protest, but your own family is going through a lot. I saw a video of a military man fighting Boko Haram. Look at the kind of food. Just, oh my goodness. One food, if I want to eat that food in a normal way, ordinary one food, I will just swallow that food. That is what I give to the military fighting Boko Haram. That they're giving him with the soup that looks like that's water that is colored. And the guy was showing it and complaining. Tomorrow, if that guy comes out from that bit, he will bounce on the civilians to tear them raw. So why would we say that they should give you time? You are just a new government. Which kind of new government? The government has started through Buhari. You brought the old government, and you're still the government that is on power. You know what you're doing. You don't think about the people. And when they protest, you want to stop them from protesting. You cannot beat a child and expect the child not to cry. Let's tell ourselves the truth. And you cannot tell the child how to cry. You can only try to force him. Don't cry, don't cry. The more you beat the child not to cry, the more the child cries. That is what is happening in Nigeria. They are beating the children. The children should cry. I only play with the people. Don't overdo it. Don't, because of anger, you start to begin to go and loot, and they start buying you. According to the statistics that I just read, I read earlier in that video I was giving them, there's about 13 people they have passed away. About 1,153 people have been arrested. Almost about 17 states violent. Only about 3 states that are so peaceful as of the yesterday protest. So the people should know how to comport themselves, to do your thing in the right way. Don't go into violence, because you know the Nigeria way how they treat people. They don't care. You will lose your life. Some people are crying that why are we talking about the Igbo? They should not. What the Igbo is will not join that. Everything is calculated that Igbo are the one causing the whole problem. So if you're a very good Igbo man, stay at home. Except those of you who voted the present government as an Igbo man. If you feel you want to go and protest whom you voted for, I wish you well. If they buy you, you go to your grave. If they keep you alive, you come back home. Telling us that this is 1 year old. They have good plan. What plan? Tell me the plan they have. The same wicked that told us that when I hear some people, they told us they want to condemn the good work of Buhari. Which good work? How much is dollar now? Let me check in my app. How much is dollar today? How much is dollar? A government that have good plan for the people. Ordinary 1 year, the dollar is increasing. People are going to hunger. Now let me address this issue with this opportunity. Now you guys are watching me. I have seen so many records of so many records of people taking their life, committing suicide. I beg those people, you guys are wasting this particular suicide. Because if I tell you don't kill yourself, you will not hear me. If I say don't buy yourself, you will not hear me. I want to check the cost of dollar today, as of today. Just let me check now. So if you know you are planning to buy yourself, I beg in the name of God, 1,590. A country that your ordinary $1. Where's my wallet here? Let me show you $1. You guys know it already. Ordinary $1 here is 1,590. That means some places 1,600. Ordinary $1 is your 1,000. The same government brought it into this position. Now, and do you know this particular place? Now, then in the same place that you're having that dollar that has no value, the people say, pay us something that can help us to buy food for our family for at least 2 3 weeks. They are finding food so difficult. A senator or senator already have called and said, let's avoid this protest. Can we reduce the salary we take home and help these guys that are crying? They refuse to obey that thing up till now. And somebody is complaining, why are people protesting? Are you kidding me? It's a government that is. I saw one video, one young boy. That boy showed there are people that are brainless. That's why they have paid him to come and start. And like, this is government. You are saying 1,004. My app here, 1,590. 1,590. That's what the app is changing here. One young man was saying, this government is just 1 year old. Let's give them that they have good plan for us. Can you tell me the good plan? Wike already said it. Someone said he's going to continue for the good work of Buhari. Wike said, which good work? Is it the insecurity, the good work? Yes, my dear, 1,590 in America here. Is it the insecurity that is ravaging the whole place? Is it the good work? Can you just go through what happened? Do you know how many of our students that are in the hands of kidnappers today? Are you aware of that? That's the good work. How much is dollar today? That's the good work. That's the good plan for Buhari that for you. Why would the people protest? This particular TV television studio, they just shut me down. We have to say, if you like, don't bring me again. I've featured in their program 2 times. I was so calm. But this time around, it's so annoying. Yeah? You can't tell me this government that started, they are doing planning well, which planning well. They don't have money. They have money to go and buy private jet, $130 million. They don't have money. Yeah? They don't have money. They have money to go and buy yacht to enjoy. They don't have money. But they have money to go and renovate a presidential vice president house, 15 billion. Who is fooling who? They should stop fooling us. We know them. But one day, I just pray that these people will do this protest in a civil manner to bring this particular wickedness to a control. Because for Nigeria to be good, and they are not doing that, Nigeria will be better. Because so long as you have that constitution there, so long as you have this kind of crop of leaders there, you are going nowhere with it. No, Nigeria has no. After the protest, they will still come back in another way to move to the same level. Look at what Abab just said. You guys can continue to protest and will be eating. Look at what a leader is saying. Someone who calls himself a leader. A leader, you guys should continue to protest and will be eating. The other day he said, as we're going on recess, we are putting a token into your pocket, and people call his attention. So you are in a live video. Why are you saying this? It's okay, I will draw my word. Ababio is one of the very, very useless Senate president. Ababio. Let me say it here to hell with him. Very useless Senate president. One of the worst so far. He doesn't know how to talk. All he knows is to eat money. He was the same person that after eating money in NDDC. So when they came to interview him, they said, shut the mic, off the mic, off the mic. The same Ababio. And somewhere he's telling me it's a very new government. They will do well. They have plan. Which plan? Which plan? So if you are hearing me, I want to hear your feedback. The area, how is the protest going? Please do it in a civil manner. If you're those who believe in Nigeria, who want to protest, very good. Do it in a civil manner. Shun violent. Please. God help our nation. This is another thing that have been dealing with us. Mr. Daniel. He said, God help our nation. Any help the nation needs, God has already helped already. God helped your nation by giving you gas. Do you know Nigeria is number 9 global that has gas reserve, the whole world. Number 9 in the whole world. After Russia, Saudi Arabia, USA, is it Kuwait or which other country? Canada. Nigeria is number 9 in the whole world that has reserve of gas. Why did the good God give them that thing? That is when you say God help us. God has helped you by giving you that natural gas that you didn't fight for. God deposited it. Do you know that natural gas? Where can you find it? In Imo State. In Imo State, where can you find it? In Ohaji. But go and check the condition of Ohaji in Imo State. Go and check the condition of Imo State in Nigeria. Go and check the same Nigeria now in the whole map of the world. The same place that gave Nigeria the oil reserve that they are making mad with. The same country God that gave them. Go and check the state. Imo State that gave them that oil. It's nothing to write home about. Thank you, Ohaji, my dear brother. That is God helping you. Nigeria was one of the richest countries in oil. Gas reserve in oil. But go and look at the conditions. So all this natural thing, Nigeria has zinc. Go to Zamfara. Nigeria had diamond, gold, but they collaborate with the expatriate. They are secretly mining it and taking it outside the country. That's why today Yobe cannot have peace. They keep on fighting soldiers. The people are mining, taking their gold, mine, iron ore, depositing them. They say 1 3 ton, about hundreds of thousands of dollars every 1 hour. They are taking it out, sending it to China, different countries. What have the government done to stop this particular illegal mining? Nothing. And they say they have good plan. No good road in Ohaji. Go and check Ohaji now. It's one of the devastated areas. A place that gave them that particular natural oil that put them in the global world. Nothing is to write home about in Ohaji. People there, you see the people there, you will see suffering. Then, so God has already helped Nigeria, but the devil, I don't know, the Nigerian politician, I don't know if they were created. The Bible said God rested on Saturday. Maybe as God was resting, the devil now became a mess. Devil fatted into the poo and deposited this demon inside their heart. Deposited demon inside their heart. I'm so embittered. I have to go to work. So I'm going to stop the broadcast for now. Thank you guys for watching me. I will come back again later in the day. Let me attend to they have been calling me from my workplace. Let me attend to them. Maybe later on I can still come back. Thank you so much for joining me.